It's hard to find someone who hasn't heard about Super Bowl and National Football League. And if you're actually one of the very few tiny people who have never heard about it, don't worry, because in this video, you'll get the chance to learn all about the NFL and why the NFL changed its logo from 25 stars to 8 stars. Hello everyone, and welcome to Sports Surge. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button as that helps us out a lot. Share, subscribe with the notification bell so you never miss out on future updates. Without further ado, let's get into the video. 100 years back. The original logo was first used about 100 years ago in the 1920s. Back in those days, it was called the American Professional Football Association, or APFA, and was founded in Ohio. It started off with just 11 teams, and despite only 4 teams being able to finish the season, the league made some vast expansions in the first decade. And with the expansion, the APFA was renamed the National Football League, or NFL, and NFL rolls off the tongue much better than APFA. Just to inform you on the original teams of the APFA, only a few franchises from those early seasons still exist today. For all you Cardinal fans, well, the original Cardinals were based in Chicago and not Arizona like today. Plus, in the days of 100 years past, the Chicago Bears was actually known as the Decatur Statleys. The Green Bay Packers were among the original teams in the APFA as they joined the league in 1921, and the New York Giants stepped on the field for the first time in 1925. And they are the only other current-day franchise to participate in that first decade. The NFL logo. To represent this old-timely league, the first NFL logo was created in 1930 and went unchanged until 1953. The NFL logo shield was decked out in stars and stripes. It is the National League after all. The pigskin, which resembled a hamburger, was also a shade of pink just like some of the stripes. And this was the main logo until 1953, where a few changes were made. From 1953 to 1958, the NFL Shield logo took more dominant colors and abandoned that girly hue of pink in substitute for the dark rich blood red for its stripes. And the same pink variant was changed to brown, allowing the football to look more like a football than a hamburger. The 25 stars at the top were not abandoned, nor was the NFL lettering. However, the NFL letters on the logo did undergo a new paint job from bright red that almost looked pink to dark red that could resemble some dried up blood. Hey, what do you expect? In some cases, real American football is a blood sport. In 1959 to 1968, the logo underwent more changes, but in actuality, they mostly reverted it to the previous designs as they took out the brown football and re-entered the hamburger-looking pigskin, but this time left it all white. And the only other change was to erase the red or pink stripes in lieu of the simple lines that represented the stripes. And from 1969 to 2007, the logo virtually remained the same, only consisting of more emboldened borders after the 80s, and of course, they dropped the lines representing the stripes altogether. From the conception of the logo until the 80s, the logo did maintain the 25 stars. It wasn't until 2008 that the number of stars decreased to just 8 stars. As much as we'd love to inform you of the reason they originally kept the 25 stars on the Shield logo, that's impossible. Lisa Baird, the NFL Senior Vice President of Marketing, is quoted saying, "Why 25? It's a mystery." And the Director of Brand and Creative Operations, Jamie Weston, claimed, "After researching the Shield's origins, the designer could find no reason for 25 stars. And so, it remains a mystery to this day. And unless you know of any voodoo priest who can raise the dead like Hellboy and have a chat with the deceased, it seems this secret will remain in the graves." Although one would surely think this information could be dug up, as the Shield logo was first used around 1940, only 2 decades after the NFL's founding in 1920. Benefits of the new NFL logo. According to the reports, the NFL was looking to maintain an evolutionary, not radical change when they decided to change the logo back in 2007 and 2008. The specific changes consisted of a leaner, meaner version of the iconic logo that was a revamped shield that is slightly taller and thinner, a new football, fewer stars, and darker colors. According to Lisa Beard, the redesign marked the first changes to the shield since 1980. The new shield features 8 stars, which represent the 8 AFC and NFC divisions. NFL officials smirked at the idea that NFL vendors will probably thank the league for switching to fewer stars, and continued to explain that some vendors, without permission, had used fewer stars in their merchandise, rather than shoehorning 25 tiny stars into smaller shields on hats, t-shirts, and other apparel. And that sounds about right, because sewing 25 stars in a small logo is surely time-consuming and tedious. The next changes to the modern NFL logo deals with the football itself. Baird explained that the football at the center has been redesigned to resemble the ball atop the Vince Lombardi Championship trophy. It replaces the old-fashioned pigskin, nicknamed the hamburger, inside the league's offices. The 2008 NFL logo revamp might have seemed like a simple task, but when you look at the whole picture, this meant that NFL sponsors such as Reebok, Rydell, Wilson, and EA Sports had to switch shields on everything from uniforms, merchandise, groundskeepers' equipment, and logos at the stadium. Even video games needed to be updated with a new and improved NFL logo. So that simple change was actually a ubiquitous, risky, and expensive change for the NFL and all of their affiliates and sponsors. Nevertheless, Baird believed the cleaner, more modern symbol would pop better during TV telecasts. And the less busy logo would show up better on third screens, increasingly used by sports fans, cell phones, laptops, iPods, and PDAs. And lucky for her, she was absolutely correct. And that wraps it up for this video. Would you have made any other changes to the logo? Or are you more of a traditionalist and would have just let the NFL logo maintain its forever appearance and structure? Let us know in the comment section below. As usual, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe with the notification bell for future updates and videos. Until next time.